Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Matt Jarbo here, $3 Theater, and I just got done watching The Mandalorian Chapter 16, The Rescue, and then I had to immediately run to my bathroom to wipe away all the tears. I was legit crying for the last like 10 minutes of that episode. I I lost my shit, if I'm being honest with you guys. I 100% lost it all the way through to the very end, and even all the way through the end credits, which, by the way, that reveal, we're going to talk about that. This episode has done something I didn't think was possible. I didn't think they were going to do it right away. I assumed for a while that that reveal was going to happen. I just wasn't ready for it. I just wasn't ready. Let me just kind of start off by saying, I love this show. All right, I do. It's something that I legitimately care about. It's something that I legitimately love. It's something that I legitimately look forward to every single week, every episode. I talk about it with my friends constantly. I think about it when I'm not watching it. This to me is quintessential Star Wars, where the movies recently might have failed. We got a rebirth. And it's interesting that we got the rebirth tonight, because 5 years ago today was the midnight showing of The Force Awakens. 5 years ago today, we got Disney Star Wars' first foray into live action since they bought Lucasfilm in 2012. And here it is, 5 years to the day later, and we finally get to see fucking Luke Skywalker come back. Now, granted, they played that very well, but there's more to the episode than just that. I mean, that's an insane thing. Of course, this episode being the rescue, they start off by capturing Dr. Pershing and more or less kind of recreating elements of Return of the Jedi in order to get themselves on to Moff Gideon's light cruiser. And they use Boba Fett as a bit of a distraction in order to kind of bum rush the ship. And once they get inside, the whole thing is just chaos and carnage. I mean, I love the fact that you had four badass, completely capable, kick-ass women destroying the ever-loving shit out of stormtroopers. I thought that was great. Two Mandalorians, a former drop trooper, and Fennec Shand, who now, again, is quickly turning into a favorite character of mine. Just simply because of where the episode ends, and I have to love it. But the thing I was most concerned about was what was going to happen with Grogu, right? With Baby Yoda. What were they going to do? Because we know that the Dark Troopers were going to be used, and they were, and I was right. It was Beskar. They never said that the Dark Troopers were made of Beskar, but oh no. We at this point can realize that they are 100% made of Beskar. And yet, maybe I'm wrong on that, given what happened at the end. And maybe not. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure it's Beskar. They kind of alluded to that, but then again, with what happened at the end. Mando goes off on his own, as always tends to happen in these kind of situations with Star Wars, and he goes to rescue Grogu, but he ends up encountering Moff Gideon. And here we get to see Giancarlo Esposito very much becoming the villain we want him to be, the cold, calculated, cunning villain that will put himself in harm's way because he knows he'll ultimately be able to play it to get what he wants. And I love the exchange between the two of them, where Mando's like, I don't care what you want. I just want the child. He's all I care about. And then Gideon's like, take him. Just get the hell off my ship. I already have what I need. I just need his blood. That's it. I'm done with him at this point. Except, he knew that Mando would do it. And so he then tried to kill Mando with the Darksaber. They got into a pretty badass fight with that Beskar spear. This must have been when we had heard that Giancarlo Esposito had broken 3 prop Darksabers during a fight. So that was pretty cool. And then, they go and they rejoin everybody on the bridge, and then the Dark Troopers return, and you think all is lost. But of course, this is Star Wars. Deus Ex Machina is a major, massive thing. And so a lone X-Wing appears. And at first you're thinking, okay, is it going to be the Ranger? Is it going to be Dave Filoni? Who's it going to be, right? Who's it going to be? And then you see Grogu's ears perk up. And at that point in time, deep down, in your heart of hearts, you know exactly who it is. You know precisely who it is who is going to be coming to their aid. But what I love about it is that all the camera footage is in black and white, and you only see it from the perspective right away from the perspective of just the security cameras. So you know that it is a cloaked Jedi in a dark robe. I mean, come on. You know who it is. Once you start seeing them move and you start seeing what they look like, you know who it is. But maybe you're not too sure. Maybe you're not too aware. And then, of course, when it cuts to a color shot and you see the green saber, you know precisely who it is. And at that moment, I legitimately started crying. I legitimately lost my shit. I legitimately started freaking out because I did not expect it. And then from there, it only got, I don't want to say worse because it's not worse. What I mean by that is like it only kept tugging and tearing on my emotions. Because from there, when Luke goes to the bridge and he, relatively introduces himself and he's there for the child, and the child doesn't want to go, Mando has to then give up his son. And he does so by taking off his helmet in order to have that moment, that connection. And that just made me cry. Because I was just thinking of my kids. I was just thinking of my daughters. They're both asleep in the other room. I just want to go give them a hug. And in that moment, I was just like so sad. But then, of course, R2-D2 shows up. And then it's just like the waterworks are coming, the tears, the snot, it's all coming down. It's like, oh my God, they brought in Luke, they brought in R2, they're starting the Jedi Temple. Holy crap. What does this mean for the future of the show? What does this mean for Mando season 3? What is going to happen? We have literally no idea. Because we know now it's going to end up having to be a standoff between Mando and Bo-Katan over the Darksaber. Because Mando now has control of it because he bested Moff Gideon in the fight. But I think Moff Gideon did that on purpose. Moff Gideon lost the fight in order to play out the long game. He wasn't expecting Luke, but he was expecting the Dark Troopers to return and then to kill everybody, allowing him to survive. But it didn't work out the way that he wanted it to, so he attempted to kill himself, to which case he was stopped. So he's still alive. He's still going to be a thorn in the side of the Rangers of the New Republic. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Mando and Bo-Katan are going to have to fight. I love that scene too, because he's like, I hear it, take it, I don't want it. And she can't do it. He's like, I yield. Here, take it, I don't care. But now that he's got it, she's going to have to come after him. And that's going to be an interesting situation to watch unfold in and of itself next season. Filoni and Favreau just did a huge thing for Star Wars fans. It's awesome. It's awesome. So then you get the ending. You get the ending of the show where Boba and Fennec go back to Jabba's palace on Tatooine. Now Bib Fortuna. And I will say this, though. They kind of screwed that part up a little bit just because in the end credits, right, like it showed Bib Fortuna. And I'm like, the fuck is Bib Fortuna doing there? And then like I kept watching and then we get to the end scene. So they kind of spoiled it in the credit sequence, whatever. But what I love that is that Mando and Fennec take over Jabba's palace. They kill Bib Fortuna, and Boba then sits down on the throne, having gone back to his old criminal ways, which I expected was going to be happening. And then it says, the Book of Boba Fett, coming December 2021. So in a year from now, the Book of Boba Fett makes sense because each episode in The Mandalorian is a chapter. So now we're going to get the Book of Boba Fett when that drops in a year. Who knows what that whole thing is going to be? They just gave us not only a big reveal with Luke, setting up season 3 and giving us a spinoff into a whole new show. This season has done things. And now we have to wait. But at least we can watch 16 amazing episodes. At least this season, you can rewatch it again and just realize that Star Wars is back. And it's in the hands of people who care. And it's not being run by a corporation at this point that is only seeing it as just being the bottom line for merchandise and theatrical runs. What we have right now is something that is truly, truly amazing. And I am here for it. Anyway, I do want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your theories. season 3, what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm going to go live here in a few minutes in order to talk about it with some people. And of course, you guys can always comment on that and head over to the Facebook group. Where is that link on that one? You guys can come over to facebook.com/groups/3buck theater or check out patreon.com/Matt Jarbo. Appreciate that. I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you again, and may the force be with you always.